Welcome, guys, to the weekly planning. And today we'll talk about some traditional markets, but mostly we'll be focusing on Forex, which is my main playground, and this is the place I make most of my money as a trader. And what we'll start from? Well, and as you can see also in my background, there are some strippers as requested in the comments, and I think you will enjoy them, especially those who know the old school video games. So let's start from something really making a market for the most of the USD pairs, and this will be DXY. And DXY is just a dollar strength index, and we didn't talk about it probably in the last video too much, but this is the one which actually makes a lot of sense to get a good reading because it dictates the tempo for most of the US dollar trading pairs. So in this case, well, it's really simple scenario for me because we are right now tied in the range on most of the time frames, and what we can see on the weekly, we have a nice stochastics cross to the upside, and they are leaving the critical zone. Those still remaining in bearish one, and well, RSI doesn't look too bad, especially that it provided a bounce over the RSI EMA. But the thing here is that if we go to a little lower time frames, so what you can see, it's basically tied right now between this resistance zone and the support zone. So what I would expect from it, it will be some kind of a play during this week to this resistance zone. So kind of a little bullish, especially seeing the stochastics trying to cross to the upside. It's not confirmed yet, but we did have a triple touch bullish divergence here, which mostly implies at least a short-term retracement and change of direction. But I wouldn't bet on it overly to cross this resistance zone this week. And most probably this is what I think. And well, the best way is not to trade what you think, but what you see on the chart. But this is the resistance zone, and I would be probably selling it here and trying to play between those two zones until this range is resolved. So this is relatively easy play. So you can see on a daily and on the 4-hour, its stochastics are still crossed down, but we don't have any major like bearish divergences here. We don't have any hidden bearish divergences or nothing. And also one thing to notice that if we use Fibonacci retracement, we just had a bounce of the mean and then 3-2. So I would expect to play to at least 618 or probably higher. But still, this 94.7 being the price which I think it will stop for now and probably play some more in this bigger range. So let's go to the gold. Let's get the commodities done first, and we'll do this one only on weekly. So as you can see, it's still on the support provided by the previous all-time high, and right now nothing has changed. Stochastics are heading down, but as far as I can see, there are no major bearish divergences here, so I would expect it to play here. And also those yellow lines and those middle lines are my proprietary automatically rendered support and resistance lines that they're using the volume and price action to calculate it. So it provides us a really good information about current trading range and current market structure. And I trust them a lot, especially if they come almost in the same place in most of the time frames. So as we can see through main different time frames, it's still in the same place. So I think this is the price, like 1950, where it will find a lot of resistance. And if it breaks the support here, I would expect at least just classic 3 to Fibonacci play, and you can see it's more or less in the same place as my indicated. So this will be the support zone, which I will be for sure buying, because it's still bullish as fuck. So this is what I can say about gold. I'm not really trading it on the lower time frames, but if we go to the 4-hour, you can see this is the support zone. And if you're looking for a play this week, probably like 1860 could be a good level to buy, and just play it between 1860 and 1916. This one what I would do, and this is what I have to say about gold right now. It looks like it's consolidating, and it looks like it's in a short-term downtrend, although it doesn't look overly dramatic, but it can still, well, if you are trading, you want to trade with a trend, and especially if it is like short-term like here. So this is like my guess. Also, the stochastics are crossing to the downside, and probably some play to this level. If you can treat it, you can treat it like some kind of a falling channel, which many people like to play to the upside. Well, if it breaks, of course, I will be playing it, and I will be playing it to 2000-ish level, because it's the next resistance. But right now I have a really good reading of the current trading range, and I would be sticking to it when trading. So I don't expect it to fall more, but if it falls more, so yeah, we have a scenario on the higher time frames, and we have all our levels coming here. So long term, this is the retracement I will be looking for, 1650. Medium term, if it continues to go down, then 1760, and probably a bounce to this support zone, which will become the resistance when it's broken. Well, medium term and long term, it's still in the uptrend. It broke the all-time high, so I wouldn't expect it. I wouldn't be overly bearish on gold, especially right now. Although it's not necessary I want to long it here and hold forever, so you have to take it in the account. And let's go to German Frankfurt exchange. So nothing has changed since the last video here, and well, we are on macro on weekly. We didn't make a higher high, which happened on Nasdaq and SPY, so it's like it's a little different story here yet still. But we have stochastics going down. They don't look overly dramatic, and I believe this is the current trading range if you want to stick your trading to on the higher time frames. And this is what I would be trading off. So near this level, I would be probably buying, selling here until it breaks. Then is the next resistance coming from the all-time high, which has to be broken to make me more bullish on this index. With the daily, is more visible, the current trading range. You had to be warned about those stochastics, although they are still in the bullish control zone. But I would really be looking for a pullback to this support before trying to trade it more. Okay, so well, this is again, we are in the middle of the range right now. So coming when the week starts, I will be just looking for some kind of a play between them, because there is nothing I can do right now here, nothing I can trade off, and I will be really patient with this one, and probably playing just a simple buy the support, sell the resistance game until it stops working. So let's go to my favorite market, and this will be the all-time going mega oscillator. So here we have Euro USD, and as you can see from my indicators, this is the current market structure. So what we actually did, we found this really nice support here in this region on the higher time frames, and well, this is the really the one I will treat as an unbreakable one. So with this said, basically what we are doing here, we are still in the long-term downtrend. Okay, we made another higher low. We have the stochastics cross down here and showing some momentum to the downside. So how I would be reading it, like a little long term before I get like more bullish. I'm still bullish on it, but I will be looking for a test of this level, which is obvious support and resistance level coming from the past, also being a 3-2 Fibonacci retracement from the bottom. Okay, and what we can do here, this will be the zone I will be for sure buying it, and I will be for sure longing it. And just using my trading style, I wouldn't be holding it below this level yet. Okay, so crossing this level, confirming above, will indicate more bullish, and there will be a play above. But this is weekly time frame, so it will take weeks or months to resolve. So it's nothing which changes really my perspective right now, because we're talking about the weekly analysis. And well, Forex is not the land where I will be really playing long term. Really, it's rather a short term play for me. So on the daily, the current range is more visible, and the story is here really simple. We had since May. On May this year, we broke this range here, the consolidation, and we are technically in the uptrend here. So, well, I wouldn't be trading against it, although we find a current resistance on our way, which is coming using my indicators here, and also this is what I would call, and here we have the actual high, and how I would be reading it. So we try to play about this resistance, but it still did respect it as the resistance. It didn't really break it, and we have a triple bearish divergence here. So I'm not overly bullish right now, and we had a really nice test of this resistance coming this week, and how I would be really trying to trade it. Okay, so we have a support here. Once the support is broken and confirmed below, I would be trading it to the next level, which will be 14500 ish, which is confluent with the level I would like to buy it on the macro. And this will be the support level I'm looking for if you are willing to have a little longer term play. But until it breaks this support here, there is nothing to say about it. It's just in the middle of the range. So really, with the opening of this week, I will be looking for some place either to the upside or to the downside within this range until it resolves it. So I will be really patient with the markets coming week. We have the stochastics in bullish control zone on the daily, and they are cross to the downside and sloping to the downside, but it's really nothing to worry yet here. 4 hour looks a little more dramatic, and how I would be reading it, well, last week I was bullish, so we had a test of this resistance, and then we actually broke to the downside, and we are technically, if you're looking on the short term, we are technically in a little downtrend. Where am I drawing those? Always lost with them. So we are technically in a little downtrend, and if nothing changes, it should probably grind this week to the support, to the 16200. But I still will be buying here, and if I will be buying here, I will be playing it between this support and 3-2 Fibonacci retracement here, which will be the most logical way. But not to be greedy, my trade would be most likely something like from here to here, because it's like a short-term support here, and well, this is kind of a game I like to play. I like to slice the markets in ranges, in the levels, and just play them accordingly, not getting into really long-term hold positions. I think there is a lot of more volatility in this market on the lower time frames where I can make money. But because this is not a financial advice, I just want to show you how I really trade the markets and how I see the market. You can agree with it or not. One thing to be said here, we had some stochastics cross in the critical zone, but really nothing on the RSI to show a bullish divergence here, rather a hidden bearish divergence coming with those two tops. So I would still expect some pullback to the downside, some more continuation of this price action before actually buying it. Stochastics didn't leave the critical zone yet, which is like more confirmation for me for a signal coming from the stochastics. And actually, I treat the 4-hour really as a as a main roadmap time frame for the coming week, because it shows the price action for the whole week, and it likes to. It's really easy to read. So as you can see, my the Nibiru indicators, support and resistance, just showed this is the current trading range, and the levels between them, and I would be sticking to them with trading, just playing level by level, really simple plays, waiting for the break of the level, follow through confirmation, then probably a retest, and just play with the trend, with the short-term trend here. But remember, we are still in this bigger range. So when it gets broken, you already know my levels. So let's go to GBP USD, to the cable. And with this one, it's a little different story, because we have found a really nice support here on the weekly, really nice. And well, I wouldn't be trading it, like it will sink to the bottom. It was tested so many times, even with this high volume here. Tried to break it out. After it, we also made a higher high. It's not really visible here, but it's higher high. So technically, it's not yet an uptrend, but it's something which can be taken into account. Of course, we have stochastics heading down, and if we break really this level, if we confirm below like 29, so I would need this weekly to close below, the bearish candle to close below, and I would be trading it, probably trying to find on the lower time frame some trade to this support. But for sure, I will be buying somewhere here if I was to play it long term. With the daily, and then weekly, this is the current trading range for me, like the macro range. This is really to Fibonacci retracement, really simple play, and we are still like almost in the middle of the range. This is the mean of the range, and it is providing right now some support for the price action. So it doesn't go really bad. So this is kind of a way you can place your trades. You can also play the mean if you want. To the upside, I wouldn't be too greedy, although I still think it will, over time, it will break above this resistance. And if it breaks above this resistance and confirms, so it will take at least, considering if we will have a really nice bullish dildo closing above this resistance this week, which I don't bet on, but if we have such a situation, I would need another week to confirm it, so that's why I don't play higher time frames. But still, this range, as you can see, is confluent with the Nibiru trading indicators here. Really nice picture. So the yellows are marking on a daily the current trading range, and what we actually did, we found the resistance here at the top of the range. The price dropped to the mean of the range and played to the next fib. So it's really like a fib play. It's technically on the support here, but the stochastics are crossing down. So how I would play it, I would go to the lower time frames, because the 4-hour is slightly more bullish. It has a nice buy signal on the stochastics, although it's not yet confirmed. And also it has some kind of a bullish divergence coming on the RSI. So how I would trade it? Well, I would try to get, probably I will be just buying somewhere here, trading it to this resistance, which is really obvious and it's really seen here. If it breaks, then I will consider a play to the next. So first level will be around 130, and the next level will be around 131,750, something like this. So those are the main levels I will be looking with my trading. But right now, my plan for this week is basically trying to get along somewhere here, hold it to the top of the range. If this range gets broken, meaning the bullish close and the follow through above it, I'll try to catch some retest and trade it to the next fib level here. And as you can see, this range still holds here. So, well, this one looks actually really nice for bulls. And, well, let's go to Gbp Jpy. It will be almost the same story here. So, yeah, like on Gbp USD, the beast has found the support here. It's technically, it is in some kind of a downtrend, but it made a low and higher low here. And it looks also like stochastic are still going down on the weekly. The price is not really, it's kind of following them, but not really exactly. And this is creative Fibonacci retracement. So if I were to go on a daily, here we have our trading range. We can really adopt it on a daily. So something like this here. So this is your trading range. We still didn't get the top of the range, the retest of the top of the range. That's why, well, on the Gbp Jpy, actually daily doesn't look overly good. We are technically on the support, stochastics are crossed down, but they are leaving the critical zone. We have no really bullish divergence anywhere here, nor bearish. So nothing to worry with the RSI. Although the RSI is the neutral zone and it looks like it's finding its way below the 21 EMA. So with this one, actually, well, this is the resistance to be watching at. And this is the kind of a play. I would be looking to the short side. If I was to look to long it, well, this is the zone I would be playing. So between those two major Fibonacci retracement, until it breaks. But for sure, when it reaches this zone around 128.05, no, it's 128. I will be for sure buying it here and trading it to this right now the support, and it will be resistance. If it breaks to the downside, same story to the upside. If it breaks this resistance level and confirms above it with the follow through, I will be trying to get a retest and trade it to the top of the range. But probably on this one, I wouldn't be too greedy, and this will be the level I will be playing because it is a nice resistance zone coming from this price action. And also, we tried to find our way above it, but it didn't work here. So it's looking good. It's not looking overly good for me, but I think there are some easy trades to be placed this week, and I would be for sure following them. So one more trading pair, which I'm not actually trading, but I'm looking at it for some bias of euro against GBP. So because cable and fibers, so GBP USD and euro USD tend to go more or less together with the price action. So if I want to choose which one will be probably a better winner or loser, I would go to euro GBP. And I said I'm not really trading it. So let's go on the weekly. On the weekly, we are finding the resistance in this zone somewhere around, if I was to draw them manually. So this is the resistance level I will be looking at around 93. And it looks to me a little toppy here because it's finding my indicators are finding the resistance somewhere here. But if we are looking for a place over the week, well, it seems to be finding a support somewhere in this zone. And how I will be really trading it. I also like the stochastic. So they are still technically in a bearish control zone, but they look like they want to cross to the upside. I don't think it will go just straight up. I think there will be some retests of this zone before it goes to the upside, but I still think the best way to play it will be between this zone and this zone in the coming week. And this is what I would actually do if I was really trading it. And you can see it on the 4-hour. It's more obvious, and it looks to me like a falling channel or something like you may call it. It's technically a downtrend, but it's coming from an uptrend here. We didn't make a lower low with this nice beautiful uptrend here, so I wouldn't be really overly bearish on it, which means that, well, euro will be behaving probably better than GBP, but still it has to test this level, giving some bullishness of GBP over euro. Okay, so, well, this is what I want to say. I want to keep my analysis really simple and really nice for you. This is the way I'm trading. I try not to use too many indicators. As you can see, they're just simple stochastics, RSI, support and resistance, although I'm using my proprietary indicators, which actually are based on my trading principles. So, well, before I end, if you are interested in either my indicators, so you can go to my Nibiru wealthteachable.com, and you can buy them with all the with the whole program, whole explanation how to use them. There is also my video program about trading psychology, turning a loser into a consistent winner. So you might it's worth checking out, but it's not obligatory. If you want to see it, you can go here, or you can also buy it, and this is the most preferable way to buy it in the app.crowntrading.net at the store. So there is a video program which is cheaper, and it's like 39 videos there, as far as I remember. But you can also join, and this is the fresh new, the group mentoring program, which I'm doing already for more than 1 year, 1.5 years actually, with many students who finished it. And you can find it there, and you can also subscribe if you want or not. I don't really suggest one way or the other. If you know the TA and you are still struggling with your trading, well, you can check it out. So back to me. Well, this was my analysis. I hope it will help you. I try my best. If you have any assets you want me to talk about, or any indicators to use, or you want to talk more about one asset or the other, just let me know. You can do it on my free Discord by joining it and just writing me there, or you can do it in comments or sending me a message, however you want. I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you in the next one coming in next week.